This lesson is on factored by grouping. Here we have an example with 4 terms. So take the first 2 terms to do the first group. Take the last 2 terms for second group. One more time. Take the first 2 terms to be the first group. Take the last 2 terms to be the second group. That's which I wrote on the side. Group the first 2 terms and then group the last 2 terms. Okay, one more time. The first 2 terms, first group. Last 2 terms, second group. After that, we break it up into factors. So 40, which is 5 times 8. There are 3 R's. 8, we'll leave it alone. And then 2 R's. Next, here's the 25. Break it up into 5 times 5 R, and then this 5 we just leave it alone. And don't forget this negative right here. Okay, so bring it along. Next, we find the common factor. So here's an 8. This is also an 8, so bring it outside. There are 2 R's. I can take 2 R's from each of the okay, so I can bring them out. And the thing that I don't take, bring it back into the parentheses. So I did not take the 5. I did not take this R, so put it back. Bring down the negative. Now, since I take everything from here, remember, do not put a 0. It's always a 1. One more time. Since I take everything out from here, it is not 0. It is always a 1. Okay? Next, I'm going to take the 5 out because they are the same. So take this 5 out. I'm also going to take this negative out as well. So there's the negative. So this negative, I will take it here. And since I take the negative out, I will turn this into positive. So 5R, bring it down. This positive will change to negative. Again, if I take everything out, it is always a 1, never 0. One more time. For the first group, I take 8R squared. Same here, 8R squared. I take it out. 5R I did not take. Put it back. Bring down the negative. Again, there's nothing here. Since I took everything out, there's nothing here. But remember, there's always a 1. Okay, one more time. Since I take everything out, there's always a 1. I take the 5 out because these two 5 are the same. However, I'm going to take the negative out and make this become positive and make this become negative. Okay, again, here I take the 5 out, and since there's nothing left, there's going to be a 1. Never ever put 0 here. Okay, next, if you notice, this in parentheses and over here are exactly the same. So same thing, they are common factors. So 5R minus 1, 5R minus 1, they are exactly the same. So just write it one time on this side and then group 8R squared with this negative 5 together as another group. Okay, so 8R squared minus 5 go together. 5R minus 1, and on this side 5R minus 1. Since they are common term, just write it one time. Okay, so this is the answer when you factor by grouping. This is the original. After you group them, and this is the answer. Okay, here's another example. So same thing, same rule apply. Take the first 2 terms, be your first group. Take the last 2 terms, become the second group. One more time. The first 2 terms, first group. Last 2 terms, second group. Again, the first 2 terms, first group. The last 2 terms, second group. Okay. After that, we will separate them. 40, which is 5 times 8. 35, 5 times 7. Do the same thing in this group. 8, we'll just leave it alone. Y, there are 2 Y's, and the 7Y, leave that alone as well. Okay, so each group we find the common factor. Here's the 5 and this 5, so I take it out. This X and this X, I take it out. Anything I didn't take, put it back into the parentheses. I did not take the 8 and this y, put it back. I did not take the 7, put that back. Okay? Don't forget the plus. Over here, this 8 and this 7, they're not the same, so I can't do anything about it. But I can take out a y and this y. Since they are the same, I take out the y. As you notice, there's a negative here. There's also a negative here. So I take out the negative. And since I take out the negative, it will become positive. This negative also become positive. Again, this y and this y, I took it out. This negative and this negative, I take it out. 8 and y are left because I didn't take it, so put it back. The 7 I didn't take, put it back. And since I take negative out, this will become positive. This negative also become positive. Okay? Next, as you can see, this group, 8y plus 7, is the same as over here. 8y plus 7 is the same as over here. Since they are common, we write it one time. 8y plus 7, 8y plus 7, they are common factor, write it one time. And then all you have to do is put this 5x minus y together. Okay, so again, this is the answer to the fourth term up here by grouping. Okay.